Everybody, I'm Sharon Florentine. I'm the editorial director here at Cyber Risk Alliance Channel Brands. And today for Channel E2E, I am here with Adam Crockett, who is the Senior Director of Managed Services at D&H. I think I may have screwed that up, but Adam, why don't you introduce yourself and give your correct title if I've messed it up?
You did good. Missed maybe one word, but Senior
Oh,
Director of both professional and managed services at D&H. But we'll go with
okay.
which, yeah. Either way, doesn't change anything.
Awesome, awesome. Well, so we're here today to have a conversation about a new initiative that D&H uh, has spoken, wants to speak to us about. You know what? I'm going to start that part over myself because yikes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let
Uh,
you.
yeah.
You get one.
Oh, I get one. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
my mulligan.
Yep, go ahead.
We're here today to talk with Adam about a new 5G initiative through D&H. So, Adam, tell me a little bit about this initiative and yeah, what's it all about?
Yeah, so thanks. So, over the last 20 to 30 years, ever since Wi-Fi came about, there has been a kind of a dual distribution channel selling into end users. There's been a telco distribution channel that really helps end users with things like 5G or previously 4G or internet services in general, whatever that might be, connectivity to the business. And then there was the IT channel, the channel that we've lived in for many, many years, and they've kind of run parallel. And I feel like we're at the onset of maybe some convergence between these two channels. And so I was at Channel Partners a few weeks ago, and I felt like that's what I saw. I saw lots of legacy IT distribution channels that we've historically sold through. And then I saw this telco channel, and there's been lots of them that are sort of kind of converging together, and they're selling a bit more IT products. We're selling a bit more telco products. And that really was the genesis of the desire for us to get into this particular space. So all of our MSP and VAR customers or partners, as we would refer to them, have very consultative and long-standing intimate relationships with their end users, and particularly with CIOs or directors of IT or VPs of IT. And it is these folks that count on our customers to be their trusted advisor. And so as we've moved past Wi-Fi into a now more common place of always connective at the office, during your travels, at home, at the hotel, there is more and more need for connectivity. And so we have decided that we were going to partner with T-Mobile through their primary platinum agent, Cell Hub, who will help us to allow our channel partners to unlock mobility as a huge revenue potential and a huge opportunity to become even more intimately tied to their end user, helping them with work from anywhere.
Okay. And so this obviously does a great deal to expand D&H's reach. Is that correct?
Yes, and so we're not going to sell necessarily a whole lot more products. It's a
Okay.
lot of the same products or hardware that we've historically sold, but historically and up until now, if there was a 5G radio or a 5G modem, some sort of connectivity in it that could be enabled by a 5G carrier such as T-Mobile, we couldn't activate it, right? So we sold it, but didn't really give our reseller partners and the end user the ability to actually activate that. So they may actually, the end user might actually go back to a carrier and turn it on unbeknownst to us. So there we missed out on that consultative, would you like 5G? Would you like the ability to have a secure, always connected option for that device? And then help with unlocking the ability to activate it for them, and then yielding both ourselves and most importantly, our partners, some high commissions for doing that.
Okay. That absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
And so following on from that, I know you've touched on that just now, but is that the biggest opportunity there for MSPs, MSSPs, and communication service providers is in that kind of middle space where they hadn't been able to touch before?
Yeah, there's really when you think of when I think about where this program provides opportunity for us and our reseller partners, it's really two areas. One would be around the endpoint device, the
Hmm.
laptop or the tablet. And this plays extremely nice with the Windows 10 expiration that is coming in October. And so most of our customers and their end users, if not already, are going through a device refresh program. They're going to
Hmm.
want a PC or a tablet or a laptop that has AI on it and a new chipset for that. So this will be the most logical time, maybe one of the better years on record that we could say, okay, while you're looking at a device refresh and you're just trying to make a determination on hardware and you want to upgrade to maybe an AI chipset, have you thought about 5G connectivity in its use case at the end user on some subset of those devices? Maybe that end user has just a few employees, or maybe there's some field sales or field claims agents or work from anywhere people that are traveling often that they actually might really benefit from an always secure, always connected 5G device. So the endpoint is certainly one area. And then the other area, which is very much in our a different category of products that we sell today, is in the networking space, or what we call the fixed wireless space. And so most fixed wireless devices historically have had a connection to the back of a device through like a local area network or a cable that's come in from some carrier service. Now that 5G device for either primary service or failover service could actually have 5G on it. It could be activated, and then that device could be used anywhere through, again, a carrier connection like T-Mobile. So in both of these cases, our reseller partners have come to us for all of those compatible devices that now could and will have a 5G radio in them as manufacturing continues to make more and more available with it inside of it. And then secondly, in the networking space, the same. They're becoming more and more widely known in these days to have a 5G radio inside it.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I'm just going to grab one here, compliments of
Oh,
T-Mobile,
yeah.
but for those devices, take a laptop, for example, that has already been sold to a customer and it doesn't have a 5G radio in it. There is I'll call it a stopgap. And if you go back maybe 20 years when Wi-Fi started to come into existence, not every laptop had a Wi-Fi connectivity inside it. So we had to plug in a dongle or a thumb
Yeah.
drive that allowed it to connect to maybe an internet cafe or somebody who
Hmm.
amazingly had Wi-Fi back at that time. We are now at that phase now again, where now there are 5G dongles that can be
Okay.
plugged into a laptop that can allow this to immediately connect to T-Mobile's 5G network and allow myself on a MacBook here that is currently not enabled with a 5G radio inside it to connect anywhere. Always secure, 5G, no need for Wi-Fi at the hotel, at the airport, at the convention center, back at my house, back at the office. This can work all day, all night, 5G.
That's really cool. We got a live demo too.
Yeah, we
I
sure
love
did.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, I have to ask about, we were talking a lot about hardware, obviously, in the refresh cycle. So, the last week has been pretty chaotic with tariffs and all of that news. So, how does that impact this deal? Is there, do we not know?
We know what we know today, which was
Yeah,
different than Friday and is probably going to be different than tomorrow. But what
right.
we know right now is most, if not all, but most of the international supply chain for semiconductors and chips that go on computers and even the actual hardware itself, finished product, comes from the Asia Pac region, whether that's China or
Hmm.
it's Taiwan or it's South Korea. All of these areas are being affected by tariffs, reciprocal tariffs, tariff exclusions, tariff exemptions, tariff
Yeah.
wars. I mean, all of this is front and center at D&H. And all we can say is we're doing everything we can to, one, minimize our customer impact, maintain inventory, proper inventory levels, and stay in close contact with all of those manufacturers that in fact would have a 5G eligible or 5G certified radio inside it, and try to just do our best for our reseller partners and those end users. What
Yeah.
was learned on Friday night is different than all week last week with some tariff exemptions or exclusions, and will be different probably in the weeks to come if you're listening to the the news and the tweets. But we are
Yeah.
doing everything we can to provide alternatives and try to maximize our inventory levels where we can, to just keep costs under control and try not to be in a position where we're overcharging or passing on unnecessary tariffs when we can't or we don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah. That's all you can
That's
do.
all you can do. That's right. You live for another day. But undoubtedly, perhaps in a lot of cases, whether 5G or not 5G, is probably the bane of our existence as a IT distributor the last multiple weeks, and probably for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. So when is this deal available for partners? Is this in effect now? Are we waiting for a launch date, or when can they take advantage of this?
They absolutely can take advantage of it now. We officially launched a few weeks back at Channel Partners. We were there with our Platinum primary agent, CellHub, and T-Mobile, trying to make a big to-do of our partnership. We have made a very specific and committed partnership to CellHub and T-Mobile exclusively. So we do not sell Verizon or AT&T carrier services today. We're committed to T-Mobile. We believe wholeheartedly in two things. We wholeheartedly believe in their 5G network and its differentiation to the alternatives. And we also believe wholeheartedly that this is the largest, most rich upfront commission and ongoing incremental revenues for both ourselves and our partners. And so that's the decision to go with them. We are fully launched in the easiest way to work with D&H if you have an interest in a 5G device, whether that's a fixed wireless device or an endpoint device, is to reach out to your general sales team. They know where to go internally to get questions to those answers, or you can contact our business unit within professional managers services at TMO5G at DNH.com. TMO5G at DNH.com, which is where you will have a dedicated sales specialist that can support that partner in anything from speeds and feeds and data plans and part numbers and costs and device subsidies and all of the things that would come from a conversation around activating a 5G device.
Awesome. Well, folks, there you have it. Adam Crockett, the Senior Director of Professional and Managed Services at D&H. Ah, I got it. Did I
Nailed
get it
it.
that time?
We're good.
I did. Awesome. And thanks again, folks. I'm Sharon Florentine. We'll see you next time.